Ciao, buongiorno a tutti, and Happy New Year into 2020, brother.
A new decade, new dreams.
People are gonna think all Australians do is just drink all the time. We're not like that.
Well, most of the time.
Thank you so much to those who've been voting on the polls. We have gotten some amazing feedback, more feedback than Bruno and I ever thought we'd get on these polls, to be honest. So we're coming at you with the second video now, and if you haven't checked out our first one, it was on our best match of the decade, link in the description. But for this video here, best player of the decade, Bruno.
Yeah, looking at the results, we discussed right before the video. Looking at the results, a lot of people are still going off the emotion of the 2010 treble, and yes, it does count in the decade.
Yeah.
There are a couple of standouts that didn't make the top three, which I think truly do deserve. There's a couple of players who can be on the best player of the decade and the worst player of the decade at the same time. Cardi. But look, overall, I think the voting was run highly on emotional, but at the same time, there is a lot of justification behind it all. My player of the decade would have to go to Cardi. We paid 17 million for it.
Yep.
He banged in over 100 plus goals. He was consistent for us. 2 golden boots for the Serie A in his season with us. Not just that, he was just consistent throughout his entire performance there. I don't think he went a season with us without scoring double digits. And we can just see how good he truly is with his move to PSG and breaking Zlatan's record, which he didn't even know he did at the time. So I'd have to give mine to him, but I do agree with a couple others that are on the list, but I'm not going to spoil the list for you. We'll get to our top 3 shortly. Who was your player of the decade?
My player of the decade, to be honest with you, is actually the player who ranked second on this list, I'm pretty sure. Only because he represents a period of time where if you're going to be that good in that period of time, oh man, I can only imagine what this guy would have actually been like at a top European team, only having to save 3 or 4 shots a game. I swear to God, he never... I don't know, I've given it away already. I've given Anyway, a couple of honorable mentions. Esteban Cambiasso was brought up a few times on a few different polls, which is good to see El Cucho get those votes. Obviously, El Capitano Javier Zanetti was also in the mix, but obviously because of his decline after 2010, it's understandable they didn't get the votes. Samuel Eto'o as well ranked just outside the top 3. So, our third vote, actually, Bruno is the third.
Our third vote goes to the Honourable Wesley Schneider. He was fantastic in the treble season. Even following that, he just played really well. He got to a World Cup final with the Netherlands. Well,
one of my favourite players.
He was just all round class. He was a team player. He was not one of the players who are out there for the glory. And that's what I loved about him. Number 2 is Samir Big Glove Handanovic. Gotta love him. An absolute brilliant shot stopper. Will go down in Europe so underrated in terms of the grand scheme of goalkeepers because he's not the Manuel Neuer that can go 94 minutes without touching a ball. He's not Gigi Buffon, who half the time in Italy went 94 minutes without touching a ball. You know, at the end of the day, you can respect the clean sheeters all you want. You should be respecting the shots on goal, the shots per save. Goalkeepers Definitely. A lot more, and Handanovic stands out amongst those goalkeepers. Yeah, and last season he got the Golden Glove. This season he's currently running with the Golden Glove. He's just gotten us out of trouble that many times. I'm not sure which game it was.
I can't believe I wanted to sell him only a year and a half back. I was ready to cut it.
If it wasn't for myself giving you that kick up the pool you deserve, you don't realise how much this guy has gotten out of trouble in the last 10 years. And I feel sorry for our other goalkeepers like Bernie, Brazil, all of those guys. They're never going to get a chance while Hunter's still there. We could make some big money on him. We could have made some big money on him, but I think he's here to stay.
He's here to run out the rest of his career, and he'll mentor the next one to come to the first team.
He's now captain, but he does deserve it. And number 1.
It's got to be Diego Milito.
After that double in the Champions League final.
Not only that, people also forget that season we still needed to win on the last match day. Who scored the only goal? Milito. Coppa Italia final against Roma, we win. Who scores the only goal? That's it. Bang bang.
Look, he was the greatest player of 2010. He was the greatest player for Inter in the last 10 years in the sense of rewards from performance.
Absolutely.
Other than that, we've done nothing since then. So his goals directly contributed to a Coppa Italia, a Champions League, a Scudetto. So you can't really go past it. Looking at it like that, that's the first time I actually thought of it like that.
Yeah.
His performances
I just remember.
had a direct correlation to trophies. You can't really go past it.
No, you can't. I just remember when they did the Ballon d'Or ceremony for 2010, a few interviewers asked Sir Alex Ferguson who he thought should win, and all he did, like chewing as he usually did, was like, I just can't believe Diego Milito isn't in the shortlist. I can't believe he's left out of the 20-man squad. Do you realise what he did?
Yeah.
And like, pretty amazing. And it's not just from Sir Alex, he was absolutely applauded for that season as well.
Even Lionel Messi, one of Argentina's greatest players, praised him, saying he was one of a kind, and you know what, he might have looked a bit like Sylvester Stallone and all of that, but he just managed to get the ball in the back of the net when it counted. And just thinking about it now, his goals directly contributed to our trophy.
Absolutely.
It's not like we were
They all
winning
have his
2-0
name on
and
it.
he scored 2 goals, or winning 1-0 and he scored a goal. Each of those goals got us a trophy.
So the man. Well, make sure you guys let us know in the comments below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Want to hear all your opinions? Until next time, Forza Inter.
Ciao.